Another day, another drama. What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. Before I get into this video, I want to give a shout out to everyone from the black community, the African American community that's been showing support for the videos I've been doing regarding this. I don't even know what to call it. This spewing of hatred from a small number of creators. And I've tried over and over in my videos to try to be a voice of reason, to be a voice of common sense, and try to just point out the realities. Unfortunately, as I said, there's a very, very small group that want to keep perpetuating lies. They want to keep fomenting hate between the two communities. And it's not helpful for either. Not at all. So it was brought to my attention that this specific guy, he's a super troll, has a channel that's never gone anywhere. And he shoots at Raza more than any other channel, pretty much, right? I see he even shot at a black content creator that he felt wasn't towing the racist line with him. So his latest video, or excuse me, I believe it was on a live, in order to try to belittle or shame, or I don't know what he thought he was going to do. Thought he was going to shame the Raza or humiliate. You can't humiliate anybody with a lie. What you can do is encourage those that hate the people you're speaking about to hate even more and perpetuate that lie. We saw that with BG Knockout talking about Southern Raza are allowed to snitch. Talking about the group that kills their own people for just about nothing on a regular basis behind those walls, but they're going to allow that. Okay. But the lie gets perpetuated by the people that hate the people being talked about. So this dude, this individual, says that he was in YA, right? And this is only the second person I've ever heard tell this lie. Another person is a bona fide JCAT, right? But he says he was in YA, the California Youth Authority, Gladiator School, right? And that in the California Youth Authority, that the Southerners had a thing called homie love. And that he, according to him, they would have sex with each other because there were no women there. I would like to know what YA he was in. Was he in Ventura? Was he maybe in one that no one else went to? So, I was in YA for over 3 years. Got out for 5 months and then did 24, right? And just like in prison, the Southern Raza in the California Youth Authority would cannibalize their own. You were going to be fighting on a regular basis. We fought for fun. There's going to be riots. There's going to be gangbanging. There definitely ain't going to be no homie love that they're talking about, or that he's talking about, or that those two are talking about. And you see, when somebody makes a comment that wasn't a cool comment and directed it towards a black man, there were so many voices screaming and yelling. Where's the accountability? And I made several videos on it, right? But you have these hateful, spiteful, miserable people that are making claims like that, this homie love lie. And once again, it's crickets. It's silence. If nothing else, it's people lying and say, yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, you just heard him say that. So I'm calling on every one of the black content creators that was in the California Youth Authority to set the record straight. How the Southerners really function in there. If they ever personally saw anything of that sort between any of the Firme Raza. For those of you that don't know, in the California Youth Authority, there was no PC. You were either good or you were leva. Firme Raza are the good ones. Levas are the ones that are no good. They had nothing coming. They get a package, it gets took from them. They get story, it gets took from them. They even open their mouth to try to act tough, they get jumped. No leva is ever supposed to be allowed to win. You know, I look back and I remember a lot of really good dudes, Crips and Bloods. And I know every one of the ones that I can remember, they would never co-sign no weenie ass stuff like this, man. See, these comments are only made to create hatred, to solidify hatred, to spread hatred. You know, a lot of us that have been to the joint, we could say a lot of things and we don't. For what? Nobody's talking about it. For what? It does nothing. It brings nothing to the conversation but hatred and ridicule. There's a lot of things that I saw in my prison term. Different things I could say about different groups. But my channel has never ever been about glorifying prison. Glorifying one group over another. There's been people for a long time, they say, oh, Dubs always tries to make it seem like the Southerners this and the Southerners did. Listen, we all have our experiences, but at the end of the day, every time I tell a story, there's a message behind it. And the message isn't prison is good, prison is great. I'm not Hollywood. I don't tell a lie. I do videos to make your son, your daughter, you watching me right now, think twice about getting involved in criminality. There's no future in it. All the hardest, toughest, coolest cats that went to prison wish they were out here with you, with their family, with their loved ones. You know, I keep hearing this lie that Raza are taught to hate. Where? I have never once met a homie that had a story about being bred to hate. If that was truly the case, then why are so many Raza in prison for killing Raza? If they were truly bred to hate black people, then why wouldn't they go after black people? But you know, common sense ain't all that common. A tiny group of people are trying to convince a bigger group to hate another group. And instead of that big group silencing their own, not through violence, but by embarrassment, humiliation, exposing them, man, shut your lying ass up. Because everybody that's been to YA and everybody that's been to the joint knows that type of shit would have never ever been condoned. Were dudes turned out and turned into punks? They were. And then they were sold. That's a cold truth about YA. But some whole relationship of weird that's a lie. And again, I'm calling on all the black content creators that were in the California Youth Authority to make a video about this. I want you to say whether or not you ever saw some shit like that. Fuck, you know what I heard? Fuck what you heard. That's gossip. Let the women gossip. What did you experience? What did you see the Southerners doing? I encourage any white content creator, any northern content creator, any Asian content creator that has ever been in the California Youth Authority to come forward and make a video about it. These small, big mouth lames that keep trying to make people hate other people because they are miserable, they need to be exposed. Their truth needs to be exposed as the lie that it is, as the hate that it really is. The people that support them are going to continue to support them. That's why they're there. To hear them talk bad about other races. But like I said, this dude was even talking bad about a black content creator that didn't see things or didn't say things the way this hateful motherfucker wanted it to be said or heard. It's my video for today, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out of here.
Welcome to Vario Liquors, home of the coldest beer in the 209, chilled to a perfect 32 degrees. From mix and go drink kits to both classic and exotic spirits, we've got something for everyone. Visit us at 1870 Countryside Drive, Turlock, California. Catch you at the Vario.
Your yard says a lot about your home. At Sticks and Stones Yard Service, we turn overgrown lawns into clean, polished outdoor spaces. From mowing and edging to cleanup, trimming, and tree removal, we do it right the first time. Reliable, affordable, professional. Let us handle the work so you can enjoy the results. Sticks and Stones Yard Service. Solid work every time. Call or message us today for a free estimate.